Hi there, and welcome to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Many thanks for joining me. This show is hot. It's going to be extremely hot. We're going to be talking about nice things. We're going to be talking about serious things. We're going to be going across the board on this. I have to say that I have to quickly say this. I am wearing a particular dress, and what I'm wearing is celebrating Grenada's 47th independence anniversary, and the nutmeg. It's the art of spice, don't you know? So the nutmeg is very much featured in everything that they do. We've got loads to give away in regards to that. That's a bit later. So let me just say to you that we need your participation, please. We are going to be talking about vaccination hesitation. What's happening in our community? Why is there a mistrust? Why is there no confidence? Why are we not going up, or our parents or our grandparents are not going up and taking this vital jab? So we've got an array of people on the board, not all of them, be honest with you, are singing on the same hymn sheet. But, you know, that's all right. Bring it on. Let's talk about it and let's discuss this. So that's going to be the debate for today. We need you to get on that. So please do that. You can do that various ways. You can come onto the log on there now and bring out your comments and your questions, or you can email us at lifestyleonben, or one word, lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. Please do that. Want to hear from you. Right. Now, at this point, I must say I've got to bring in my partner in, not crime, but partner in things, Anthony Jordan. Anthony, are you there?
I'm here. I'm celebrating 47 years. Okay. Shout out to the Nashes. Shout out to the Fawns, the Berkeleys, the entire Grenadian Connection family out there. Got to put it out there. Yes, I have St. Lucian blood. Yes, I have Bajan blood. But today, I honor and celebrate my Grenadian blood.
Yes.
Big up. I'm all over.
Why not? And why not? And I'm celebrating that with you too.
Thank you very much.
It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. So, on the entertainment corner.
Do you know what? Before we do that, I just want to say a big shout out to Lillian and to Babs, who have just messaged us already. So there's that. But the entertainment corner is stacked. Yes, we do have the Stevie J chart show as always. Will we have a new number one? Tune in to find out. A small tribute. And of course, we have the man himself, the one and only Mr. Maccabee. So do not go anywhere. It's one to enjoy.
Excellent. Loving all of that. Thank you, Anthony. When we talk about greats, I'm just going to be doing a very short. We don't have enough time to do a longer one, and we know we have to do a big one with this icon. But we also, as I'm doing Bob Marley, recognizing his born day, 6th of February, we also know about another great icon.
Of course. 1st of February was very talented in the world of reggae. And of course, you cannot forget Dennis Emmanuel Brown. Here he comes with Love and Not Hatred. There's so many great tracks of Dennis Brown. You know, the time has passed, but there's no way you can't be in the first week of Feb and not mention Dennis Brown. Yeah. You know, it had to be mentioned. It had to be mentioned. So happy birthday to the dearly departed, the late, great Dennis Emmanuel Brown.
Thank you for that. Anthony, I'll see you a bit later.
I'm out, Pam. See ya.
Okay, so let us pay our homage, if you will, to the late, great Bob Marley. Robert Nesta Marley was born on the 6th of February 1945. He was a Jamaican singer, songwriter, and musician, considered one of the pioneers of reggae. His musical career was marked by fusing elements of reggae, ska, and rocksteady, as well as his distinctive vocal and songwriting style. Marley's contributions to music increased the visibility of Jamaican music worldwide and made him a global figure in popular culture for over a decade. Now, over the course of his career, Marley became known as a Rastafari icon, and he infused his music with a sense of spirituality. He's also considered a global symbol of Jamaican music and culture and identity, and was considered the controversial person in his outspoken support for the legalization of marijuana, while he also advocated for Pan-Africanism. Born in 9 Mile, British Jamaica, Marley began his professional musical career in 1963 after forming Bob Marley and the Wailers. The group released its debut studio album, The Wailing Wailers, in 1965, which contained the single One Love, People Get Ready. The song was popular worldwide and established the group as a rising figure in reggae. The Wailers subsequently released 11 further studio albums while initially employing louder instrumentation and singing. The group began engaging in rhythmic singers and converting that to Rastafarianism. During his period, Marley relocated to London, and the group embodied their musical shift with the release of the album The Best of the Wailers, 1971. The group attained international success after the release of the albums Catch a Fire and Burning, both 1973, and forged a reputation as touring artists. Following the disbandment of the Wailers a year later, Marley went on to release his solo material under the band's name. His debut studio album, Natty Dread, 1974, received positive reception, as did its follow-up, Rastaman Vibration, in 1976. A few months after that, he released Marley survived. After that release, he survived an assassination attempt at his home in Jamaica, which prompted him to permanently relocate to London. And during his time here in London, he recorded the album Exodus, 1977. It incorporated elements of blues, soul, and British rock, enjoyed widespread commercial and critical success. In 1977, Marley was diagnosed, unfortunately, with acral lentiginous melanoma. He died as a result of the illness in 1981. Now, his fans around the world expressed their grief, and he received a state funeral in Jamaica. The Greatest Hits album Legend was released in 1984 and became the best-selling reggae album of all time. Marley also ranks as one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with estimated sales of more than 75 million records worldwide. He was posthumously honoured by Jamaica soon after his death with a designated Order of Merit by his nation. And in 1994, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rolling Stone ranked him number 11 on its list of 100 greatest artists of all time. Robert Nesta Marley, 6th of February 1980 and 1945 to 11th of May 1981. Blessings. We have to say a quick mention as well, just before I go to my first guest, to he's regarded as a legend over here right now. Captain Sir Thomas Moore, 100. I have to do this because he inspired the nation. He wanted to raise £1,000 for his local NHS and their charities, and he went around his home doing X amount of miles around his home on a Zimmer frame, if you will, clocking up the miles to raise this money. £1,000 went to over £32 million. He died on Tuesday, the 2nd of February, COVID. We salute you, Captain Tom, for all that you've done, and that your name will be recognised for centuries to come. Thank you. Had to do that. Right. Now, as I said to you, I'm wearing the dress. I'm wearing the spiced things that they call in Grenada. They're called the Island of Spice. So who better to talk about all the celebrations going on than the one man who celebrated it hugely? Let us have you in. Can we have Jeremy Alexander? Oh, Jeremy Alexander. And I should say in between that, Manus Art. Manus Art. You're going to explain a bit more. You're going to explain all of that to me in a moment. But we're celebrating 47 years. How do you feel right now?
I feel great. I feel proud, very proud to be a Grenadian at this moment. Well, I feel like that all the time. But,
Yes.
you know, where everyone is dressing up in their national colors and celebrating independence, 47, is amazing. Just love to see the effort everyone is putting in just to bring out the colors. And it looks so splendid. It looks very amazing.
Yeah, I said that it's the Isles of Spice. Grenada is known as various spices and things, and especially the nutmeg. Talk to us.
Yes. Well, the nutmeg. From a tender age, always amazed by the nutmeg. My mom and my dad works at the local nutmeg pool when I was going to school, and I used to go visit them at the local nutmeg pool. And I always nutmeg is so, I don't know, it's just like a wonder fruit or a wonder spice. I just love it. And I was into art, and that's one of my favorite topics, drawing nutmeg. I draw all sorts of nutmeg in all sorts of ways. He was very good with the tourists as well. So yeah, and here I am.
And here you are talking to us about all of this. Your design. I'm wearing a dress. I'm wearing, if everyone can see this, right? And you've designed this in such a way. Nutmeg is very much infused there. We've also got other merchandise that you know you keep putting the nutmeg in there. Talk to me about your business, Manu's Art. Let's hear about that.
Yes, well, well, as I say, I came to the UK in 2001, joined the British Army. I was doing art before, went in the army, and I was so busy in the army, I didn't get enough time to do much art. I stayed in there for 10.5 years, 2012. And I know that art is my passion.
Yes.
So after 2012, I started doing art again. And as I said, my favorite topic of painting, I just love painting. And I just decided, okay, I would love to see my art go a bit further. I mean, not selling it in a conventional way, start putting it on items, merchandise. And I just come up with it. I said, that's a good idea.
Of course.
I think start doing shirt, and everybody was very supportive. And I say, I just want to do more, go further. And start putting.
Excellent. Excellent. This is what you're doing. You're breaking up slightly, and I'm not sure why, but you're kind of breaking up slightly. So I don't know if whether you need to come to the mic more or whatever, but let's talk a bit more. When you say about your art, where were you trained? Is it a gift? A born gift?
Well, yes. In primary school, my schoolmates were saying that I'm good at drawing, continue to draw. So I get a lot of encouragement from my schoolmates, friends, and the teacher. Then when I went to secondary school education, I did it for a subject, for CXC, and I got it for CXC. So which I convinced myself there that I was talented to do painting. So yes, so I just carried on, and enjoy doing it. It's quite fun, and
It is quite fun. I mean, you're doing really great with this. So let's talk a bit more about your things. I mean, I've got a purse here, lovely purse, lovely design, things like that, and going on. You're selling things like this. You've got T-shirts, because I've got the Mansuat Club T-shirt. I can show that to everybody.
Yes.
And look at that. We'll talk about the spices again. That it seems to be a badge that you're using with all of your, and then the dress I'm wearing, but also there's this fabulous other dress. I love this one. Actually, I should have worn this one. I love this one, and I love the colouring and everything about this. Again, the nutmeg. Again, But let's talk about your food.
Well,
I just want to say to you, Jeremy, what is oil down? What is oil down?
Well,
your food?
Oil down is our national dish. That's
Talk to me. What is that?
Well, that's what we coconut milk, as you say. Put in breadfruit, or you could put green bananas, dumpling, which we made of flour, and you could put so many different type of meat in it. Whatever meat, chicken, fish, pork, beef, whatever meat you favor, you can put in it. So all that food is boiled in coconut milk with saffron, and it's all with callaloo at the top, and you can put in things like carrot and other provisions in it.
Yes, really.
Boil, cover, and it's better. It tastes better if you cook it outside on a fireside like with wood.
Oh, oil down.
So
Yeah,
you
put
get
it.
so you get a better flavor. But you know, we here in the UK or in the US, we have to
Yeah.
cook on a stove, so it's not as tasty as when you're back home where you could go outside and cook it. You know.
Nothing's as tasty as the Caribbean
Yeah.
style cooking. Excellent.
Yes.
So where can people get more information about what you do and where can we buy your merchandise? This is what Nubian Queens has asked. Where can we buy your merchandise? Where can they see more about your merchandise?
Okay, I haven't. My apologies. I haven't got a website as yet, but
Okay.
social media. I'm all over social media, like Facebook, Manos Art Alexander, Instagram, Manos Art _GND. Yes, people contact me there, and we take it from there. They see what they want. All my stuff is on Instagram. If you go through my Instagram, you go see all this stuff, and then you just send me a message, and we take it from there. If you're in Grenada, I got a store at the Annadale Waterfall. It's called the Fashion District Grenada. So if you're in Grenada and you're passing by Annadale Waterfall, there's a bar, and there is a store there as well. So you just could ask, where is Fashion District? It's easy to find. You find all my merchandise, and everything in there available to buy.
Excellent. Tell me something, Jeremy. You can't go to and forth anymore. So how are you controlling your business in Grenada?
Well, I'm very close to Grenada. Like, I got family, friends down there, and
Okay.
there's other business down there who's very interested in what I'm doing. So I got people who reach out to me and said, "Oh, your stuff is amazing. People are very attracted to it, and can I, work with you on getting it out there to the people, because people is asking." So yeah, so I got good connection down there who is handling everything for me in Grenada.
You're very lucky. You're a very lucky man. So we've got these merchandise, and we need to Sphinx Patterson say good evening, and good evening to you. We've got these merchandise. So I've got earrings that I'm flashing here, and not this dress, because this dress is mine, ladies and gentlemen. Right. But we've got another fantastic, fabulous, lovely dress here, and then we've got a fabulous T-shirt over here, Grenada size.
Yeah, like
lovely.
the one I'm wearing.
Yeah. And then we've also got some wristbands. So I'm wearing one now.
Yeah, beautiful.
The nutmeg, and you can see the nutmeg. And we've got another one here, and we've done the purse. Now, I don't know how you want to do this, Jeremy. Does everyone get the lot, or is it going to be sort of like shared out? I don't know. Does everyone get the lot if we ask a competition question, or is it going to be shared out? I know, for instance, that somebody who's seen this sneakily saw. She is going to enter the competition. So I'm wondering if we ought to say the earrings and the wristbands is one. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the T-shirt, purse.
Yeah.
Should we have the purse with you? Yeah. T-shirt, dress, and the T-shirt dress as another one. So two questions. Yeah. I'm going to pose the question first, and I'm going to say to the public. This is going to be so easy, but I have to say this. What's the year? The independence this year. What is the year? Grenada is celebrating their independence. What is the year? How many years? That is the question I'm going to pose, and I'm going to pose that for the dress, the T-shirt, and the purse. So that's my question. What's your question?
Okay. What is my name? What is the business name on Instagram? which I said we did give the information earlier on, but yes. So what's my Instagram name?
Excellent. We like that. So there you go. Those are the questions. So we've had your details again. I think they're going to flash it over again. Just very quickly as we end, Jeremy, quickly again, give us your social media contact details.
Yes, so you can find me on Facebook, Manos at Alexander, Instagram, Manos at _GND. Yeah, or if you want to call me directly, is 07845 721 607.
Excellent. Jeremy, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for the dress.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Enjoy.
Thank you ever so much. And yeah, Independence, Grenada Independence, 47
yeah, 47 years.
Okay,
Yes.
gave an answer for something. Anyway, thank you ever so much. Thank you, Jeremy. Take care.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's great. So we're going to take a short break now. I gave out an answer just then. Short break now. See you soon. Hi, welcome back to the Lifestyle Show with me, Pam Joseph. Right. Celebrations, great. But now we come to the serious factor. We're talking about vaccination hesitation. We're talking about the fact that many people in our community are putting up a stance against having this vaccination, COVID vaccination. We have heard stories after story after story about the fact that they've heard this and they've heard that. Whether it's that alcohol has been mixed into the vaccination, whether that is animal fats or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just story after story, and people are very concerned. Our community comes up with certain things about historical matters, being used as guinea pigs, and not trusting the NHS and not trusting clinicians. We've got to do something about this because this vaccination is here and it's got to be taken. The trouble is, the decision may be taken out of anyone's hands about whether they want to take it or not. So, vaccination hesitation to jab or not to jab? That's the question. Joining me now, may I introduce you to Dame Professor Donna Kinnair, Chief Executive and General Secretary of the Royal College of Nursing. Thank you ever so much, Donna, for joining us. Thank you. I know your busy schedule, and thank you for being here with us.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Lord Simon Woolley, CEO of campaign group Operation Black Vote. Again, very busy man. Thank you ever so much, Simon, for being here with us. We also want to introduce to you award-winning club and radio DJ, Daddy Ernie.
Hello, Pamela.
Hello, Ernie, and thank you so much. And also, Ansel Wong, MBE of the Notting Hill Carnival Committee. Thank you, Ansel, for joining us. This is huge. We're talking about maybe 80% of people in our communities. These are people between 70, 80, and possibly younger as well, but they have their views about this vaccination. There's no trust there. There seems to be a lack of trust. There seems to be this historical situation that they keep flooding back on about being used as guinea pigs, and they're not coming forward. I have to start ladies before gentlemen, and should I say dame before anyone else. So I need to ask Dame Donna Kinnair, what would you seriously have to say to these people who have just got no confidence at all coming forward and getting that this what is deemed as a vital jab?
So I think it's really important for us to remember that actually that some of those historical mistrust of pharmaceutical companies are based on real facts. So we have to acknowledge that they are there, they have happened. And nobody wants to put people in a position where we're forcing vaccines, but it's really important that our people get the facts and the knowledge so that they can make an informed decision. Now, for me, it's, I'm really on the side that I want people to be taking this vaccine because actually I'm a nurse. And I think sometimes I often say, I was just talking to a cousin of mine, and I was just having that conversation that when things haven't come home to you, there's an expression in the Caribbean. My mum used to say, he who feels it knows it. Yeah. And so actually, I as a nurse worked at the Nightingale in Excel in London. And I have to tell you that I'm a nurse of 35 years. And a friend of mine said, before you go down to that intensive care unit, take a deep breath. And I was like, God, I've done intensive care loads of times. Why would I need to take a deep breath? But when I got down to that floor and I saw row after row of Black men being ventilated, COVID-19 came home to me. Even as a nurse with my 35 years experience, I was moving from bed to bed to think these are the people from my community. So there was 40 patients in there when I first stepped onto that floor, and 39 of them are BAME community. So, and the outcomes when you're ventilated for that length of time, I think in my whole time of working there, I saw relatively few people come off a ventilator alive. So COVID-19 came home to me. That's last March. And here we have a virus that is far more virulent, 70% more infective. Yeah. And we have developed a vaccination that actually, we're not just giving it to one segment of the community, we're giving it to all. And at this moment, it's proven to be effective in that it is stopping individuals from getting the disease as bad as they are getting it. So I'm really appealing to my community to take it seriously, because actually it's only when someone for you dies that it comes home to you. And I was talking to a doctor last week that actually said to me that with the myths and things, on Friday he went into a home and he met a family that was treating COVID-19 with aloe vera and sea salts. The mother was comatized, and sadly she won't make it. So this is life and death, people, and that's why it's important for us to think about, hear the facts, and consider whether we should be taking this vaccine.
Indeed. Let's bring in Simon here. You're very good, Simon, at going out to the community and persuading them to do things. You've done that so successfully and still doing it successfully with Operation Black Vote, getting the community to come out and vote and make their voices heard. You're very good at doing this. What are you doing in regards to this hesitation, taking the vaccine amongst our community?
Well, first of all, Pam, can I thank you for bringing us together for this vital conversation, because it is, as Dame Donna said, a matter of life and death.
Yeah.
But before I want to go into that, can I put us on a bit of a lighter note? And I want to celebrate Ansel Wong, my good friend for many, many years, who's just become the chair of the Black Cultural Archives. I mean, this is a great honor for us, a great honor for a good man that is at that helm. So congratulations, and I can really see this special place becoming illuminated because of his chairmanship.
Yeah.
Back to the matter of hand. Mm-hmm. You're right, Pam. I'm an activist, mm-hmm. And I want our people. I want our people to be well. I want our people to do the best, to be the best we can be. And during this past year, it's fair to say that I and Dame Donna and many others have never worked so hard this past year because of this double pandemic, COVID-19 and George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. I mean, our life has been turned upside down. But with COVID-19, the facts are very clear. We have been devastatingly affected because we are overly exposed to the virus. Why are we overly exposed to the virus? Well, a lot of it is because of the social determinants. Jobs, low pay, 0-hour contracts, that we have been in the places exposed while many people are protected. Because of the inequality in health that Donna spoke about, that we are more severely ill by the disease.
Yeah.
And then the most heartbreaking factor is if you're severely ill, you're more likely to die. If you're black, if you're a black male, 4 times more likely to die.
Yeah.
So then to add insult to injury, with all those factors that I just mentioned, then you have a vaccine that can protect you. And people are saying for a variety of reasons, the main one, distrust. We distrust, too many of us distrust the government, distrust the health system and the scientist. And that level of distrust, a lot of that is legitimate. Many of our people think to ourselves, does the government have our best interest at heart? That after all, when we told them about the social determinants, the racial inequalities, they denied them. They said, we're dying because it's our own fault. No, we have lack of immune or our cultural practices. No, we're dying more because of systemic race inequality. So that's why there's some level of distrust, number one. Two, as Dame said, there are some historical factors. We have been used as guinea pigs before. So what do we do now? How do we convince more people to take the vaccine? Tell them the facts. The facts are we are not being set apart as a trial guinea pigs for this vaccine. The whole world is. And we're prioritizing, the NHS are prioritizing health first. There's no chip in this drug. There's no conspiracy theory that we are going to be controlled by taking this drug. This is the only drug available that will protect us. Not only protecting us, but protecting our families, our friends. It'll mean that we can go out. What we have to do now is tell our communities the facts and urge them to read them, and then hope that the levels of take-up will be that much higher.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for that. I know that there's one in the group that has certain different views. So I don't know whether to bring him in first or I think I'm going to do this in between. So Ansel, bear with me. You will. Ernie, you need to come in now. You've heard Dame Donna, you've heard Lord Willie talk. You have your own views. Let's get it out.
Well,
what is it?
Good evening, everybody. Number one, I agree with what Simon says and what Dame says, but can I ask them a question? Have they taken the vaccine? Because they haven't told me that they've taken the vaccine yet.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Daddy, and I will tell you straight on. A hospital asked me if I would take the vaccine and use it as publicity. And I said, I have no fear taking the vaccine. I'll be the first in line. But my age group, I'm not in that age group yet that prioritizes the vaccine. And I don't want to jump the queue, Daddy, because I think there are people in that age bracket and in that health bracket who should be before me. When my age group is called, Daddy, I'll be first in line. You know why?
And
let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I haven't seen my mother for nearly a year. She's 84, 82. Don't want to get it wrong. She'll curse me for that. She is in her 80s. She's had to isolate. Now she's had the first jab. And I want to see her. And she wants to go to church. And I want to see friends. And the only way for us to do that safely is by having the vaccination. Donna,
okay, has Dame Donna taken it?
So I'm going to be really honest. I haven't had the vaccine because, as you know, I'm the General Secretary of the Royal College of Nursing. And I only need one member to see me as a black woman jump the queue.
Right.
And I will be taken down. Like, as you know, it's not easy to be there. So I don't want any of my members pointing a finger at me saying that you're in the 60-something bracket when it ain't your turn. Right. So the only reason I will be first, my arm will be out, The only reason is I'm truly not doing frontline work at this moment in time. If you know, at the first lockdown, I was working in Excel. This time, I'm really arguing with the government about nurses' pay and other things. But let me tell you, my arm will be sticking out because I have seen the impact of COVID, not only in my job, but in my family and in among my friends. So the only reason I haven't done it is that I'm not eligible for it yet. But as soon as I am, this arm will be sticking out.
Well, with all respect, but I'm under the standing, standing that from 50 upwards, correct me if I'm wrong, 50 or 60 upwards is eligible to take this vaccine.
No,
right?
You're wrong.
Pardon?
You're wrong, Daddy. No, you're wrong. I'm telling you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Well, I'm in the 60 to 70 age group, right? And I am eligible to take the vaccine. So correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Pardon?
Not yet. Not yet. Soon.
Not yet.
Well,
yeah,
I have had something from the NHS to call my doctor to make an appointment to take the vaccine. So tell me I'm wrong.
Well, it might be another reason.
So depending on what
Dame Donna.
Depending on what age you are. Depending on what age you are. If you're in the 60 to 70 bracket, they are vaccinating you now. All right.
Right.
If you're in the 50s, we hope to be vaccinated by May.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different time scales. So they took the 80-year-olds, then it came down to the 70s. We're now hitting 70s to 60s, and then we will. So if you can make an appointment with your GP, please do.
No, I'm not making no appointment with my GP, Dame. I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't trust the government. I don't really listen to what's on social media, but I'm making my own judgment. I don't trust the government because I see people talking, and when they're asked a question about have they taken the jab, they shy away from it. They don't say they have, they don't say they haven't. They shy away from it. Now, this thing that they've made with Dawn Butler and David Lammy and all this.
There's someone sitting in the panel that's taken it. Let's bring him in now. Ansel, address Ernie. You've taken the jab.
Yes, I had the jab 2 weeks ago. I had the Pfizer jab, and I'm going to have my second injection on the 9th of April. So I've had a jab without any hesitation. And as Dame Donna said, I had my arms extended, ready for it. And I got it. I'm very pleased and I'm very happy.
How did you feel straight after the jab? What side effects or anything? Talk to us.
Very little side effects. There was a slight pain at the area where you did that. And the only side effect I had is a sense of a slight tiredness or listlessness for a few hours. And after that, nothing at all. 1 week after, my wife had it, and she had absolutely no side effects.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you definitely thumbs up on that. You feel now confident that you're secure, that you feel as if you would never get the COVID now. Is that how?
No, I understand some of the issues in relation to its efficacy as a vaccine, and I'm aware of the concern that our community has. I understand that, and I think that has been outlined very clearly. This sense of distrust, and what the messages that we are getting sometimes are not very clear. And that sense of distrust is replicated all the time. I mean, you just have to look at the fact that we have so many Nightingale hospitals. We didn't have one Seagull hospital. And that is a kind of indication to me and to a lot of members of the community that there's that sense of distrust. But I'm happy.
Ernie spoke about this, and Ernie, I'm going to show it to the world as well. You spoke about all of these black MPs. Let's roll the VT also, and let's let the world see what these black MPs
I am a Labour MP.
I'm a Conservative MP.
MPs don't agree all the time.
But on taking the vaccination issue, we do.
Coronavirus has really turned our world upside down and taken far too many of our loved ones far too soon.
COVID-19 has exploited the existing inequalities in our society.
The pain that our communities have gone through is indescribable.
The infections and deaths have affected families in every part of the UK.
My husband and I had a mild case of COVID-19. Last week, I lost my cousin to coronavirus.
During the pandemic, I have lost an uncle to the virus.
We understand the fears, the anxieties, and the confusion.
We understand the genuine history of mistrust some Black people will rightfully feel.
Each of us has the power to protect ourselves and to help slow the transmission.
And now the vaccination is available. Speak to your GP or your pharmacist to learn more.
They have been robustly tested by some of the world's best scientists and data analytics experts and authorised by the MHRA here in the United Kingdom.
Get the facts.
Speak with trusted healthcare professionals and encourage your family to do the same.
My father, my mother, they're having it because they work in the healthcare sector.
It's proven to be effective. So if you or a member of your family is invited by the NHS to get the vaccine, please, please, please take it. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your community.
Don't let misinformation put you or your loved ones at risk.
My aunt recently had the vaccine.
My family friend has had the vaccine.
When it gets to my turn, I certainly will be taking it.
When it's my turn, I will be taking the vaccine.
When it is my turn, I will be taking the vaccine.
I'll be taking the vaccine.
When it's my turn, I'll be taking the vaccine.
When it's my turn, I will be taking the vaccine.
Let's work together
and beat this virus once and for all.
Well, Ernie, you've just seen it. What do you say about that?
What do I say about that?
Yeah.
There's about 3 people on there who could convince me to take the vaccine, and they ain't convincing me. The other people that I don't know on there. You understand what I'm saying? Right? I don't care. Dawn, David Lammy, and my lady from up in Hackney. The rest of the people I don't know. All right? So they can't convince me about nothing. They're going to get us because I'm a person who travels, and I need to travel in the business that I do. So eventually they'll come out and say, if you don't take the vaccine, you can't travel. So I'll have to take, but you see right now, I ain't taking it because I can't understand how in 9 months, they got 5 different vaccines and now they're talking about this one mixing with that one and that one mixing with it. No. Hear what happened. I'm not having it.
You know, one of the things I must say to you, James Arnold, one of the things that is said out there a lot is the fact that how very quickly they made this vaccine and how many vaccines have come up all of a sudden as well. So part of it is that what Ernie said. What do you say about that?
So I'm not a scientist. So I'm not going to sit here pretending I'm a scientist. But my understanding from the scientists that have worked on this is that they didn't just start 9 months ago. Don't forget the virus that we have is of the SARS family, which has been around for about 10 years now, and actually in Asia killed a number of people probably about 10 years ago when we were expecting it to hit us then. So vaccines have been worked on from time, but also one of the things that has happened with this particular vaccine is because it's had global transmission, the testing ground has been global. And therefore, and also what normally happens with vaccine trials is they develop it and they do one stage, then another stage. My understanding is all the stages of testing have been done concurrently. And I think that is something that the computer age and the fact that it's a global pandemic has given us the opportunity. So it's not just England developing it. The scientists have been sharing their information. Wuhan was able to identify the protein way almost by January last year. So it's not just one country. It has been a global effort. And actually, it's not one thing after another. This has been done, tested concurrently and across the globe.
Ask Ansel, you took the jab. What was it? Was it the Oxford?
I took the Pfizer vaccine.
You took
and also, yes.
You took the Pfizer. Someone has asked, Miss Attraction has asked, what is the difference between the Oxford Zeneca, I think it's the AstraZeneca Oxford jab and the Pfizer?
Well, I feel like Dawn, I
don't
don't have clinical knowledge.
Dana, can you answer that for us? What is the difference? Do you know?
So can I just direct you, because I'm not a scientist, but if I can just direct Miss Attraction to a website that explains it all. It's www.takethecovid19vaccine.com, and it tells you the compounds of the vaccine, what it does, what the cells do to produce spike proteins, and how the immune system treats the spike protein as a foreign body and stimulate natural defenses. Now, my understanding is that actually the vaccines all work very similarly in terms of they deliver a SARS gene into the cells, and they're used to produce antibody reactions. So I'm not going to pretend I'm a scientist, but I've given you the website. It's www.takethecovidvaccine.com, and also it's all over the NHS website, or as I'm a board member of the Race and Health Observatory, the information is out there. You just need to read it. There are differences, predominantly for me as a clinician. The major difference is the way in which they're stored. So one is easier to deliver than the other. One has to be stored at -70, but all of them are about producing immune response to the virus, so that you actually do not get as sick as you would do normally.
Okay. So I'm trying to convince Ernie. I want to get, before we end this, I want Ernie to have some kind of positive vibes, to either go into the website as well, Ernie, read up a bit more.
No, I don't know positive vibes, Pam. I'm sorry. I want to know, why is our people dying more than other people?
Can I explain that? Can I explain that, if I may? That brother Ernie, we are dying more. Very, very simple. Because we are overly exposed to the disease.
Why?
So you have the disease, and because I tell you, Ernie, let me explain why.
Okay, then.
If you are indoors, locked indoors, then it's unlikely you catch the disease.
Oh, I'm not going to work tomorrow then.
Let me finish, please, brother. If you're a security guard, or a nurse, and you are exposed to people with the disease, then you're more likely to catch it. If you're more likely to catch it, then you are more likely to die from it. But if you can be protected, we have to see the vaccine, brother Ernie, as a toolkit that instructs your body how to fight the disease. It is a toolkit, much like the flu vaccine, that when a new flu comes around, we take the flu vaccine, and that toolkit then teaches our body how to fight the disease. Now, Ernie, brother Ernie, you are a believer in our community and you want to fight for our community. This should be our fight. Let me tell you where our fight should be. They have made 60 million people have had the vaccine. Who is most likely not to have the vaccine?
Us.
I'll tell you, the poorest people on the planet. The head of the WHO said 60 million vaccines have taken. What they've given into the poorest countries in Africa is 25. Not 25 million, not 25,000, 25 vaccines. What we're seeing right now are the richest countries in the world at each other's throat, fighting for the vaccine, and leaving the poorest countries on the planet, 8 out of 10 are in Africa, with nothing. Ernie, you want to fight? We should fight for our brothers and sisters in Africa who will not get this vaccine anytime soon unless we fight for it.
And I'm happy to assure Ernie that in March, I had the virus and I survived it. Despite a lot of fears, spent a short time in hospital and came out of hospital, and I survived it. So I was looking forward to getting that vaccine very, very strong. And I would urge you, there is every reason to protect ourselves, to decrease the option of transmission and catching the disease, catching the virus. You have to take the vaccine.
All right. Are we saying that this is a bigger strain of flu? Is that what we're saying? Or is this a completely new virus? Because I don't know no flu virus that has locked down the whole world. So what we're saying, is this a strain of flu, an advanced strain of flu, or is it something brand new? Because this thing here has locked down the whole world.
We are saying, Brother Ernie, this disease is more deadly.
Mm.
More-
And it's more deadly to us.
It's more deadly, period.
On average, flu kills about 11,000 people a year in our country.
Yeah.
We already have reached 109,000. So this is 10 times more deadly than flu, if you want to put it in the statistic like that.
Yeah.
So
So basically, what we're saying,
information's coming from our fellow friends who sit in Parliament and all them places.
No, it's not flu. We know flu kills thousands, but you've just heard it from James Honor. We know it kills thousands every year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it's all right, with all respect to Dame and Simon, people look at them and they say, these people work for the government, right? So they're saying what the government want to hear. I'm telling you, I'm on the road, I know, right? People are saying that you lot work for the government and you're saying what the government wants to hear. On the other hand, the government is saying that it is infecting us more and it's killing more of our people. You understand what I'm saying? Right? And that is the mistrust. People do not trust what yourselves are saying and what the government is saying.
All right, take another tack to that. Take another tack to that, Ernie. You first spoke about you travel a lot. You need to travel a lot, the work that you do. So let's take it away from you. Let's take the decision and making process away from you. You decide you're not going to take the vaccine, then you ain't going to travel. So
I'm not traveling for a year. I've come
now.
Huh?
Why
if
not take
somebody,
the vaccine?
If somebody comes to me tomorrow,
passport. They're talking about a vaccine passport, Ernie. Now in Parliament last week.
Yeah.
They're talking about a vaccine passport.
Yes.
Like we go to Africa and we have to take our jabs for malaria, whatever.
Yeah.
They're talking about a vaccine passport,
Yes.
which you may not be able to go anywhere on a plane. Vaccine.
Pam, I am quite happy not to go on a plane for a year. I want to see what is going on with this vaccine.
Oh, you want to see what's going on?
I may not be. I've never said that. I've never denied that. I have to see, right, after a year, within a year, what is going on with this vaccine and how.
Let me just say this. This is really important. This is really important. That we have two choices here. We either take our chance with COVID-19, catching that disease,
yeah, I'll take my chance.
where that could end. We know where it ended, sadly, for 100,000 people. Or we take the vaccine and pay our chances with that. Now, we have to make an informed choice. Do we want to gamble with COVID-19 or the vaccine? And I'm saying to myself, it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. You know what? Can I say, Simon, that we've had one of the viewers have said, if it's not killing so many people in Africa and obviously black, why is it? You know, I think you've explained about the socioeconomics and whatever, the way we live, what we do, whatever. But they're still saying that. Why are we catching it? Why are blacks catching it still quicker? Easier to catch it, and when we do catch it, we die. We seem to die quicker.
Well, I thought the data was showing in places like South Africa, they have a new strain. It's even more deadly than this. Our vaccines are not working, and of course, it'll be Africans, the black Africans, that will be hit harder than the white South Africans.
And it's not true. It's not true that there are less deaths in Africa. Less than what?
No. Less than what? Who's counting?
What she was referring to is the fact that we've had so many deaths with blacks over here and always been told about the black population dying very much quicker. And yet in Africa, she didn't say South, she didn't say, she just said Africa. Yet in Africa, the things are not.
We know who's hit harder, Pam, in North America. It is African Americans. And it's nothing to do with our genetics, Eddie. Nothing to do with our genetics. It's again whether you're in the UK or the United States of America.
Right. Right.
poverty. What this disease is very good at looking at the weaknesses in societies, and those who are not supported and affected within a society. And it happens to be our people here. It happens to be African Americans in the United States. It highlights the fault lines of inequality in societies.
Do you know what? I'm being told I have to wrap, and it's horrible.
I have to say, Pam, that you shouldn't believe all the myths that you hear. I mean, I've had information from doctors in Zimbabwe up to today, who actually is talking about many of his fellow doctors dying in a country that doesn't have enough doctors because they're on the front line. So they don't even have access to oxygen or a vaccine. I mean, he's writing today, begging for some moral, some moral conscience for us to be passing some of the vaccine to protect the lives of those people. So when you talk about people aren't dying in Africa, who's tracking? There are people dying in Africa. There are people dying in Asia. There are 110,000 people that have died in England. That doesn't include those that are at home treating with aloe vera and sea salts, because they won't even have had a positive COVID test.
Correct.
Well, don't be surprised if we don't hear a lot of people start dying in Africa and them places there. I'm just leaving that on the table, all right?
Oh my gosh, what a thing to leave on the table, Ernie. And as we have to wrap up, I'm going to have to say, if there's a possibility that all of you can join me again, because this has to be wrapped up now, but if the possibility of you joining me again on another debate, because I think this is an ongoing issue and we need to carry it on. Someone's called Carl Charles has agreed with Daddy Ernie. Oh, there you go. That's why this needs to carry on. Thank you ever so much, Dame, Professor Donna Kinnair. Thank you ever so much, Lord Simon Woolley. Thank you ever so much, Daddy Ernie. Thank you ever so much, Ansel Wong. And congratulations, Ansel Wong, your chair at Black Cultural Archives. This is it. Keep it up. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Blessings and bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're back. Quickly, I have to get my man on screen now because we're running out of time. And as he's coming in, Norman Basigo with Spotlight, this week's Spotlight. Can I just quickly say that everybody must get this website number down, all the W's. Take the COVID-19 vaccine, all one word, takethecovid19vaccine.com. Right, leave it like that. Norman, it's to you. Bye-bye.
Norman, sorry, bro. Norman, I believe you're muted. We can't hear you. I'm watching in the background. Yeah, you're muted. I don't know if your headphones are off.
Yeah,
there we are. There we are.
Right.
Wonderful intro. It looked animated, but now we can hear you.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. That's live.
No problem. I'm out.
I'm going to start that again and speed that up. So, welcome to this installment of Spotlight, where I, as an international news correspondent, will be covering the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. My name is Norman Basigo, and we're very pleased and happy to have you here today. Now, in today's segment, I've got something very special lined up for you. Yes, I'll be conducting my second ever interview, this time with Sherane Watson, one of the strongest and most upbeat people I have the pleasure of knowing. It having been World Cancer Day on the 4th of Feb, this will be the topic of focus, cancer. And I'll be bringing Shireen on very shortly to dive deep and have a candid conversation about the realities of living with kidney cancer. So Shireen, who will be coming on in a second, will be very kindly sharing her personal experiences of kidney cancer, insights and words of wisdom. Shireen, are you there? Are you alive? Are you around?
Hi Norman, how are you?
There she is. What's up, Shireen? How's it going?
It's fine, thanks. How are you?
No, it's good to see you. Look, I think it was snowing today, so I don't know what's going on in life anymore, but all I know is that you're here, and it's great to have you on screen and live with us today. But first of all, just thank you so much for joining us today, being a part of the Ben production, Ben team, and sharing your words of wisdom on this very sensitive topic. So above all, thank you very much for joining us. Now, before I get into things and pass the mic over to Shireen, I want to give some context to kidney cancer. So what is kidney cancer? Well, it's a cancer that develops when abnormal cells in either of the kidneys start to divide or grow in an uncontrolled way, later forming a tumor. Now, kidney cancer is the 7th most common cancer in the UK, accounting for 4% of all new cancer cases, as research shows in 2017. Now, bringing Shireen back into the fold, my first question that I want to pose to Shireen, so taking things back to the beginning, let's start with the lead up that you had with the doctors involved in you being formally diagnosed with kidney cancer. So my question is very simple. What kind of initial symptoms did you experience, and when did you decide, okay, I think I need to get some help, when I need to go see a doctor? And did the doctors know right away when they first saw you that it was kidney cancer? What's your view on that, Shireen?
Okay, so I first decided to see a doctor in April of 2018, and I went because I woke up one morning and I was peeing blood, and I was like to my cousin, I don't know if it's blood or if it's because I'm drinking loads of tea, because before I really used to hate tea and I was trying to like do a new healthy lifestyle. So I thought, oh, like maybe it's something that I'm drinking. And yeah, when I went to the doctors, he was like, that is a lot of blood, but you might just have a urine infection. So he gave me antibiotics, and then I went away and took the antibiotics for a week. But while I was doing the antibiotics, he told me to take another urine sample in a week's time. But then my period started, so there was definitely going to be blood in my urine again. So then he was like, okay, we'll give you another one in 2 weeks' time. And in 2 weeks' time, I started feeling better. I didn't think there was anything wrong. But he's like, there's still blood in your urine. So he just wants to send me off for ultrasound and a blood test. So I did the blood test, and that came back pretty quickly. And they just said that my iron was low and I need to start taking iron tablets, which was fine. I didn't actually feel like I was getting like any more tired, but I did notice that whenever I ate certain foods, I need to go to sleep straight after. And then May came and my hips started hurting me a lot. And I went to the doctors and they said it's just because I've got a new hobby of jogging. I'm just not used to it. But then when I had my ultrasound in June, they were like, your kidney doesn't look okay, so you need to have an MRI. And then literally 3 days after the MRI, they was like, you have kidney cancer.
Oh my goodness, that's such a crazy turn of events. And above all, it's a shame to hear that it wasn't a quick sort of, they found the issue instantly and, you're able to get quick diagnoses and whatnot. But, following this formal diagnosis, you began treatment, you spoke of your hip, and to what I understand, you had a hip replacement and surgery around September of 2018. Do correct me if I'm wrong. So if I don't mind me asking, what did this process entail, as well as your initial recovery from the surgery and treatments that you started to have as a result of this diagnosis? If you could break that down for us, please.
So after I got diagnosed, like I didn't feel ill. I kind of just felt like, oh, whatever, like it's fine. But my hips had been bothering me since May, so that was like a big concern to me. So as soon as I got diagnosed, I was like, so is this why my hips are hurting me? And they was like, no. But they said whenever you get diagnosed with cancer, to go for a second opinion. So I went for a second opinion at Royal Marsden, and as soon as I went, they was like, yeah, there's cancer in both your hips, and that's why like you've been having problems walking. So then I was like, okay, it made me feel a bit relieved to know that it wasn't like me making up this pain and like making myself walk funny. And then it was like on and off pain, so there'll be some days where I could like just brush it off, but then there'll be other times where I couldn't even get out of bed because like sitting up was like killing me. And then I went to see doctors and they said you should get a replacement because if it fractures, like it'll be more painful than getting it replaced. So I was a bit apprehensive at first. I didn't want to, but then in October of 2018, I had to get it replaced because it's like every time I woke up, I just couldn't move. Like even going to the toilet was pressure. But The replacement was a challenge because they cut through the side of my right leg. They like cut through all the muscles, like the quadriceps and the hamstrings. So I had to rebuild those again. Like I had to do physio every day for 2 weeks straight. And then for 1 month, I had to go for hydrotherapy, where you just do physio activities but in water to help ease the pain and like ease the weight of your leg. And yeah, like it's a continuous thing. It's something that I always have to work on. Like I can't just be lazy. Like when I've had the flu and stayed in bed for 2 weeks, and afterwards like my leg feels so sore, like I always have to make sure that working out is part of my lifestyle now.
Oh, okay. And can I just say I really admire your strength throughout this period, because I know a lot of people that, you know, wouldn't be as upbeat and as positive in the energy that you give to us. And so, you know, one of my next questions building off that, you know, I think the audience will agree with me on this, that you're such a positive person and such a warm soul, despite all of these, you know, extreme circumstances you've been going through. So my question is this, like touching on your new outlook towards life, you know, life post the operation and diagnosis, you know, despite all of these things happening, which are unfortunate in some ways, what would you say is your internal source of positivity, and what words of advice would you give to anyone out there who's been diagnosed with cancer or just dealing with the realities of cancer? Have you got any gems you want to share to anyone out there?
I'll definitely say my faith in God has kept me like encouraged throughout, because no matter what's happening, he's always said that like he'll turn it around for your good. So there are days like where I do cry and like I'm upset, but I just know that like if I wake up the next day, like he's not finished with me yet, so there's only hope that it will get better. And for anyone that does get diagnosed, I would just tell them like cancer doesn't mean the end. Like I've got told I would die within months, and 2.5 years later I'm still here. So I just think make the most of your life and just try to enjoy yourself and just take it day by day, and don't be afraid to ask for help. I think that's something that I've definitely had to learn. Like people actually do want to help you, and they just might not know how, because cancer is something that not everyone comes across every day. So just don't be afraid to ask for help.
Wow, thank you so much for that. For those serious words of wisdom. And I think especially this being a Black platform for the African and Caribbean community, I think sharing those words out to our viewership is so important. Like just the importance of getting help when you need it, you know, knowing where to turn, knowing where to lean, and just, you know, having that inner source of strength. So thank you so much for being that vessel and being that positive light in terms of words. And on a closing note, Shireen, is there anything you'd like to raise awareness on? So, for example, donating blood, that's something you've spoken about on your social media pages, or symptoms. Are there any things you would like to raise awareness on a closing note before we wrap this up?
Yeah. If you ever start peeing blood, just go and see your doctor straight away. Like even if you think it's just a urine infection, because you don't know what it could be. Also, like you know your body the best. So if something is hurting you, push to get it checked out, because there's no harm in checking rather than waiting. And also donating blood, as much as people think, oh, needles are scary, it's such a game changer. I've had about 6 blood transfusions since being diagnosed, and they've helped me out so much. So you don't know whose life like you're helping. And like when we're gone at the end of the day, even donating your organs, when we're gone, we're not necessarily going to use them. So if that's something you're willing to do, definitely consider.
Wow. All I can say is, Shireen, thank you so much for coming on this evening and just giving such an honest account of your experiences, and just above all, just sharing some positivity and advice to people out there that they can take into their everyday life, or because you never know what somebody on the other side of the screen is going through. So thank you so much. And on a closing note on my part, just for further information purposes, advice and support is available from various support groups and charities. So, for example, Cancer Research UK, Macmillan Cancer Support, and Kidney Cancer. And steps you can take today to improve your health that can reduce the risk of, having cancer or anything like that. You know, quit smoking, control your high blood pressure, and maintain a healthy weight. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this segment of Spotlight, where I cover the latest in African and Caribbean current affairs. Next week, I will have very exciting guests coming back. But thank you so much to Shireen for joining us here today and giving a very honest, heartfelt, and positive account of her experiences with kidney cancer. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and stay blessed.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Entertainment Corner. It is that time. And as you know, the only way to kick off the Entertainment Corner is to welcome my esteemed colleague, the one, the only, Mr. Stevie J. How you doing, sir?
Higher, 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 higher!
We keep going
Anthony!
higher. We keep going higher. How's it going, Stevie?
I'm good, you know, Anthony. How's your week been this week?
I don't know. I blinked and it went. I honestly don't know. It's good. I literally blinked and it vanished, mate. How was yours?
Very, very good. Nothing but excitement's been going on, man. I can't wait to kick it off and start it, Tony. So, you know, let's talk about what's been going on in the chart show. Well, we now have the Stevie J UK chart show website. You need to start looking on there. It's absolute fantastic. We've now the voting sheets on there. We've now got shows on there, past and present. We've got videos on there of the people that's on there. It's absolutely brilliant. Take a look in there. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the greatest things that we've had, as we said this year, we was going to grow and grow. What do you think about that, Anthony?
Progression, Stevie, progression. I absolutely love every minute of it. Just want to put a big shout out to the Nubian Queens, also to Miss Attraction who said a hi there. But no, honestly, when we are putting it down to the chart show, Stevie, 3 years now, we've got the website out there. People know where to go, how they can get the votes in. It's really great. Also, just want to put out a little message. Because the Stevie J Chart Show does come out every Tuesday, now we're spinning it round a bit. You are seeing the actual chart show on the week. So if you're ever watching it on Ben, if you're thinking, I've seen this before, it's because we're now inserting it for the Friday, so you are catching it on that week. So yeah, it's big stuff going on. So guys, do check out Sky 195, Fridays 10 till 12, and Mondays 5 till 7. It's all big stuff, Stevie. It's moving. I love the progression.
Absolutely, Anthony. And don't forget now, the Ben TV and the Lifestyle logo is now on the website. So we will be advertising for us as well, just to tell them what days our shows are on. So it's getting bigger and better. Honestly, 3 words, Tony. Wow, wow, wow.
That's the one. That's the one. Well, Stevie, the floor is yours, sir. Take it away.
Okay. How you doing, everybody? I know it's been another exciting week, and I can tell you something, the music's getting better and better. The purchases are growing and growing. Honestly, you lot are purchasing and voting for some wicked tracks in the Stevie J UK chart show. So without further ado, what do the chart show bring to you? Let's go.
Down to number 10 this week goes by the name of True Identity and their little track Talk It Up, Shy Shy.
You're too shy. Yeah, boy, you're too shy. Just express what's on your mind. Don't worry, I won't be unkind. You can have a few moments of my time. There's no room for no man with still tongue.
Going down to number 9 this week, that nice little roots track with a bubbly feeling, a rendition. It's Webster James Linton and Secret Admirer.
I am one of your secret admirers. I am one of your secret admirers.
One of the high climbers this week, she goes by the name of Eve Nelson, and she climbs up to number 8 this week with a track called Rumors.
People say that you're no good for me, but I do declare that they're not there to see. Your loving is so real, so real.
Another high climber this week, he goes by the name of Bush T and is climbing up this week with a track called Come Join the Party.
Come to join the party. Time to move your body, yes. So come and join the party. This party, yeah. Come to celebrate. So you just can't turn up late, but come on down.
Going down to number 6 this week, it was a wicked little gospel track. Goes by the name of Johnny B, and he had that track, Blessed Is He.
In the first resurrection, blessed is He. In the first resurrection, blessed is he. In the first resurrection, blessed is he. In the first resurrection, prepare yourself for the coming of the Lord is near.
Climbing up to
I'm
number
coming
5
to
this
get
week,
you.
goes by the
Knew
name
I had to
of
get you from the
Major
first time I
Popular,
met you,
and he
upset
has
you.
found
No, I wouldn't
it is
disrespect you. I always be there to protect you. I'm coming to get you, little girl, little girl. I want you in my life. I'm not gonna let you, no way, ever come out of my sight. To have you in my life, don't you know would be a pleasure? Ask me if I'm going to leave you, then I tell you never.
Can you
forever,
believe
yo.
it? Can you believe it? Last week's number 1 goes down to number 4 this week. And that's the wonderful sounds of harmony and never letting go.
When you came to me that day, and you said you're gonna stay, girl, my heart was filled with joy. I've got to admit it.
He keeps climbing, he keeps climbing. It goes up to number 3 this week. A wicked little instrumental by the man called Ray Carlos and Thinking Out Loud. Unbelievable. First time this has ever happened in the chart show. The other man like Mr. Colin Roy has moved back up to the number 2 spot with that track that you like seem to like and purchase, I Want You Back.
I come home to you, baby. You tell me that it's over. How come I didn't know? I wasn't treating you right. I couldn't see that.
Wow. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We have a brand new number 1. I'm telling you, she's been chipping at the wood, week in, week out, and she's finally got there. She goes by the name of Angie B, and she's at number 1 this week with a wicked little track called When You See Nyaka.
Whoa, yeah.
Destroy God's plan right here in our dirty Babylon. Forgetting we're the chosen ones, you cannot change the Father's hand. Look how long we're in this land. Now you're coming with your old satanic one, yeah. When you see us, come move out the way. This is not not here to play. When you see us, come move out the way. This is not a game, not here to play. No, the Spirit's calling out to me from the bottom of the ocean sea. The spirits of our ancestors, we hear them cry. They're all beckoning to we must set the captives free. We can't take no more of this.
Right. There we have it. A new number 1. Okay, it's a pleasure to bring in Angie B. Well, Stevie. Stevie's here as well.
Yes,
and Angie, how are you?
Bring her in.
Hi, everyone. I'm fine, thank you.
Great stuff. Congratulations to you, Angie.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, that voted for me as well and that has purchased the track. Thank you, Stevie J, for the UK chart show.
No, brilliant. So, Angie, I mean, how did it feel hearing you are this week's number one? What was your first reaction?
Like, wow, finally I've done it again, you know. It was a tough battle because there's so much talent out there, you know, and there's so much great UK artists and they just keep coming and coming and coming. You just don't know if you're going to make it or not, but you just live in hope and trust and pray and that lot, because, you know, for some people, I don't care if I don't get number one, but it's a good thing. It's encouraging. It's empowering, you know. So yeah,
No, that's
I'm
big.
happy.
I love it. And just a brief question: how did Angie B's career into the music all begin?
It began many years ago from like well, I started singing in the church, and then in my 20s it was I think it was 2021 I did my very first track, and one of them sort of went kind of global, etc. That time I was working under the name of Angela Campbell, and that's sort of how my career sort of kicked off. And but that time I did soul. I wasn't really in the reggae industry like that, and you know, there was a lot of little mishaps that my mum was worried about because I'd got offered a record deal with Arista Records, myself and somebody by the name of O.T. Limon. He was from Switzerland. I joined this band in Switzerland. They sent for me, and I joined the band over there. Had a manager at the time who was Vinton Brown, and also supported and a lot by Alton Ellis as well. And, you know, I was just back and forth traveling to Switzerland and doing all of this. But because I think it's mainstream, my mum got very worried that, you know, them times she knew about Freemasons and stuff like this. And I didn't know about any of that stuff. I was just really happy. But anyway, the deal got turned down because what they wanted was myself and OT, but not the band. And I met OT with the band. So he didn't want to part with the band. And that's how the deal didn't go through in the end because of that, you know. It wasn't willing to separate with the band. It was a bit disheartening, but I fully understood. You know, you start off with somebody, you work together, you want to go through together, you want everybody to go through together. So, but now when I look back, I'm even extra happier knowing how the industry is. So that's where my career sort of started from, and then, you know, built up from there.
No, brilliant, brilliant, and congratulations. And you know what? Yes, there was some downsides at the beginning, but the career is still going on, and here you are at number one. So it proves that you cannot hold talent back, and that's what I love to see. Stevie, anything you'd like to add, sir?
Yeah, Angie.
Sorry, go on.
Angie, why don't you tell the viewers and everybody how many number ones have you actually had?
4.
Big stuff, big stuff. Well done. Well done.
Yeah, I'm
No,
really
that's great stuff, Angie. And if anyone wants to hear more of your music, is there any socials or anything out there that they can follow you on?
Yeah, they can follow me on my Facebook, Angie B UK official, and I've got Angie UK artist page. I'm on Spotify. If they want to get hold of the tracks, it's on CD Baby, it's on Amazon, and some of them are also on iTunes, and you know, all the other great platforms that they have out there going. So you can stream, you can buy the album, you can buy individual albums. It's whichever way they've sort of set it out on those pages, you know? So,
No, I love it. I love it. But Angie, keep up the good work. Who knows, you might be here with us again next week. And looking forward to more great music from yourself, honestly.
Thank you very much.
No,
Thank you very much, Stevie.
No problem, Angie. I'll tell you, this is what it's about. Anthony, since we've collaborated together, we're watching this thing grow every single week. People are locking in. They're loving the lifestyle show. They're loving it now on the Ben TV 195 on the days. They're loving it when we do our live. it can only get better and better. What do you say to that, Anthony?
It's all about that. It's all about that, Stevie. But for anyone wanting to support the chart show, support the artist, Stevie, can you give them one more time the contact number in order to vote for the tracks that are out there?
Definitely. All you need to do when you tune in on Tuesday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. on stingthemradio.com. Listen to the top 20. If there's anything in the top 20 that you like, you have to purchase. Please note, purchase the song. And then you text the artist's name to 07463112038. And that will make the artist go up the chart, go down the chart, or even leave the Stevie J UK chart show. It's as simple as that.
Big stuff, big stuff. Stevie, as always, sir, the Nubian Queens are saying 4 number ones. What a salute to Angie there. But Stevie, as always, it's a pleasure having you on, sir. Thank you very much. Also, I've seen Colin Roy has been putting up some messages. Colin, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the surprise you gave All Saint last week. So that is appreciated to you, sir. Okay, Stevie, until next week, sir, I salute you. And then
out of here. Take care. Bye-bye. See you guys.
Bye, Stevie. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I introduce the guest that I mentioned, let's go back to the last time he was here with the Lifestyle Show and give you a small performance of the big Rastaman as it was. Here we go. Before I introduce him, have a look at this video.
Once again, promise. Make claim. Take it away, Maccabee.
Bye-bye. Injuries. That's where you get hurt by something or someone else. We are lawyers. We can find those responsible and hold them to account for you. Get the compensation you deserve.
I saw me hear them talk on them advert. Sound like it can work. And you know that I've got a case. I said I wanna make a claim. I'm seeking compensation for my name. Somebody trying to take my culture. Oh, I wanna make a claim. I'm seeking reparation for my name, my heritage and my culture. Oh, I'm seeking a solicitor who dey on the bar. Rest in peace, Johnny Cochran. And you me woulda called me, cause this your claim you're not small. The whole of Babylon coulda fall, hey. I get contacted by firms all the time, calling me, stalling me on my phone line, hey. Most of the time I don't pay them no mind, but this time for some reason me stop on the line, boy. Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
Greetings, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
This is Claims Law. Have you been involved in an accident or had a personal injury?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I have. I was kidnapped and taken away. I was forced to work with no wages. My identity was changed. They gave me a different name, robbed up my heritage, family, and culture. I bear the scars unto this very, very day.
That's terrible, sir. I think you have a good case of compensation. Remember, it's no win, no fee. And we can backdate it and get interest paid. How long ago was it?
500 years. I said I wanna make a claim. I'm seeking compensation for my name, my heritage and my culture. Me have a case, it makes sense. From ordinary people, I don't want a cent. Me want it from the businesses that benefited and the government. Hot them off it, pay the expense. I wanna make a claim. I'm seeking reparation for my name, my heritage and my culture. I wanna make a claim.
Okay, I just had to put a little throwback there to the big man himself. It's such an honor and a pleasure to have him back on the Lifestyle Show. It's virtual, but it's a blessing as always. Maccabee, sir, how are you doing?
Greetings. It's nice to be here once again. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Blessings, King. Blessings. Thank you so much for your time. So that was back then, but here you are. You're back with your new album, Gentrification. Tell us, how did it come about putting about this EP?
Yeah, well, it's the brand new EP is called Gentrification. It's on the Peckins record label, the great Peckins label out of London, you know. And, you know, they're very famous for the foundation rhythms, the classic rhythms, you know. And we did an album together called Never Play the 45 in 2015, and it was very successful. So we decided to work together again. So we come with this 7-track EP, and the title track is called Gentrification. There's many different styles. There's roots, there's ska, there's lovers rock style, there's even jungle drum and bass style, you know. So there's something for everyone, you know.
Yeah, do you know what? I've had a listen of the EP myself, and I love it. All of the tracks have a great message behind it. Gentrification we'll be bringing up shortly, which is the title track. But you talk about stuff like Face to Face. You mentioned the art of dancing and how it used to be compared to what it was, you know, what it was back then to what it is now. I love that.
Yeah, man, a big difference still. Cause I've seen some videos of some of the dances in Jamaica and the UK and some places around the world, and I think, you know, you said to yourself, I could never be in those dances, you know, because for one, they're too explicit, you know. They're thinking that dances have to be explicit, and it's like they've lost the art of dancing, you know. If you see a man that jump off of the speaker box and a woman lying down there and drop on top of her, you know, you say, I'm not dancing that has something completely different, you know? And may I tell you them, you know, and all the people, them, those who know, they know, so that's how we used to do it, you know. But may I tell you them, so when we used to dance with our ladies, our empresses, it was face to face, you know, and manners thing, you know. We never just grab them and turn them around, you know. We just ask them for a dance, and, you know, like a gentleman, you know. And at that time, when we had danced with a woman, we look upon that woman like she could be wife material, you know.
Indeed. Lillian Harper is agreeing with you 100%. She's saying pure foolishness is going on in the dance nowadays. So,
yeah, man, a wifey material, you know. And I'm sure the youths nowadays, when they do the foolishness in the dance, they're not thinking, oh, this could be my wife or anything like that, you know.
No, this is it. There's a level of respect that's missing nowadays. I have to agree with you. With you. Another one that is on the EP, Macca, and I can see the little plaque at the back there. You pay homage to Cucumber. You know, after you were giving us the tributes, giving us the what to eat on a Monday and a Wednesday. The Cucumber went viral. It was all over the place. How was that feeling for you when the whole world followed your advice there?
No, we give thanks to, as I say, I've been a vegan a long time, you know, and I did a song called What Me Eat like 10 years ago, and it was very popular, you know. And like a few years ago, like 2 years ago, me and my youth, them a reason, you know, and my youth, them are big people still. But them I said, Dad, you know, so social media run a place here now, so it's good if you could just get more in the social media. So we have Instagram and thing, and I said, sure. We could do a thing called Medical Monday, telling people about the benefits of fruits and vegetables. Because we're looking at the community and we look at the health of the people, and we say a lot of the illnesses where the people have, they could just be reversed by just eating properly, you know. And if people knew the benefits of certain food, you know, it would be much better. So we started the Medical Monday, and we did a couple of fruits and things. And at first I was just talking it, like how me I talk to you and said, this fruit is good, it's got antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's got carotenoids and all these kind of things. And then it did well, you know, it got like 1 million views. And I said, well, there's something in this, you know. So one day I wake up and I say, you know what, I'm going to do it in a Maccabee style, you know, with rhythm and rhyme and a little bit of humor in it now and there, and them kind of something there, you know. So I did one like that, and it like 20 million views. And I said, wow, this is the way. And so the next one we do was Cucumber. And when we do the Cucumber, it just exploded on the internet. It went viral, super viral. People like Naomi Campbell started sharing it. Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace, saying love it. Beyonce's mother said it's great and all these kind of things, you know. And people who don't know nothing about reggae or anything like that, you know, start share it and follow it, you know. And it was great, you know. It just uplift Maccabee's profile to the max, and it got hundreds of millions of views, you know. So we have to give thanks. You can do something which is from you, inside of you, when you're trying to help people, and it just gravitate, like people just gravitate towards it like that, and it just go viral. It's a great feeling, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Macca, we've got Lillian asking, where do you do Medical Mondays? Is Medical Monday still something? Can we still see those online?
Yeah, man. You just check Maccabee Instagram, you know, the official Maccabee, and the Facebook, you know. We have hundreds of thousands of people on Instagram, maybe 300,000 and 500,000 on the Facebook, and every Monday we do it, you know, and we've been doing it for a few years, you know. But what we found is, because we keep getting so much people on Instagram, so much new people, some of them have missed the old posts, so we repost some of them. And they're getting a lot of traction as well. The old posts I get like 20,000, 30,000, you know, whole heap of things. And we're still doing new ones as well. Cause the other day I did one about CMOS gel, how to make CMOS gel, you know, in a rhyme and rhythm. And the people them love it, you know, on Facebook, 500,000 and hundreds of thousands on Instagram and things. So the things still are going. So
Macca, can I be cheeky? Can we hear a part of the CMOS from you, if possible, please?
You're not gonna really hear the CMOS one.
Okay.
Right? You have to go, just go to the thing, you know. Cause me do one about CMOS before me do about the gel, the recipe, you know. And
okay.
Me give a little pieces like CMOS. Some say it at the bars, high in nutrients, high in the class, CMOS, Irish moss, Ital, without the milk and the icing glass. CMOS, you know it already. Made very popular by Dr. Sebi. Respect to him. R.I.P. I wonder if we're still gonna see the movie. So all who knows what I'm talking about, you know. So we go on. You know?
No, wicked. I always love it, Macca. The elements of truth and knowledge that is always in your music. It's so key, and the way you have a little spin to give it comedic value always sticks in the head to me. So I appreciate that, King. Maximum respect always for that. So as I said, gentrification is out now. Would you like to let everyone know how they could purchase it and where they can follow the rest of your music, please?
Yeah, well, you can get it on all digital platforms, you know. You can stream it on Spotify and Apple Music. You can buy it on iTunes and Amazon, you know, and all these places, you know. Check Maccabee website, www.maccabee.com, and you spell Maccabee, MACKAB.com. Check me on the Instagram, official Maccabee, and the Facebook, official Maccabee, you know. So things are going, and we have many new tunes out. We have a new tune called Jamaica Vibes, which is doing really well. You can check the video on YouTube, you know. Check out Maccabee YouTube channel as well, you know. We have nearly 200,000 people on it, you know. It's going good, you know. So just check it out. We're up to the time, you know.
That's it, King. Maximum respect once again. And with your permission, sir, we do have gentrification that was sent to us. Would you like to intro that for the followers of the Lifestyle Show?
Yeah, well, a little explanation, you know, for those who don't know what it means. Gentrification is about these so-called lower class neighborhoods, working class neighborhoods, which have been gentrified, and, you know, new buildings have been built in there. So-called middle class people moving, rent gone up, people have to move out. Them say your house derelict, you have to move out of the area, and you made the community what it is, a beautiful, vibrant community, and you can't live there anymore because them gentrify the place. And it's happening all over the world. It's happening in Brixton, it's happening in America, in the Bronx, Harlem, Toronto. It's happening in Germany, Berlin. It's happening in Denmark. It's happening in South Africa. So just check it out. It's all about gentrification. Yes, I am.
Yes. Big up Maccabee.
Have you noticed? They're taking the working class neighborhoods and turning them into middle class fast. It's called gentrification, but at what cost? Brixton was once a no-go area, but look at Brixton now. Brixton's become a prime location where everyone wants to go. It's a worldwide situation, a thing called gentrification, making more and more by displacing the poor. Estate agents are uncome, property developers are come down. Gentrification, they have the shore. We used to love to go to Brixton Market, a very vibrant spot. Then we went down to Black Dread Music Store and the Weatherman shop. But the face of the place start changing. Local government start rearranging, making more and more by displacing the poor. Rent gone up and you're facing eviction. Houses abandoned for dereliction. Gentrification, they off the shore. These places are found in the vicinity, very close to the city. They were once just for working community, never had to be too pretty. Workers of a certain ethnicity, they were not too picky. Nowadays, if you don't own your own property, them not have no pity. All over the world it is happening, from London to Harlem to Brooklyn. Gentrification are the in thing. From Toronto to Cape Town to Berlin, look how the places are turning. Seems like the poorer people can't win. What a thing. For those who can afford to stay and afford the new amenities, that's okay. But for some of them it's not that way. They've lived there for decades and have to move away. Should they have to pay such a big price? Some of them have lived there their whole life. Have to leave the place as it start look nice. I'm sure there could have been more investment that benefits all of the residents. Share out the cake, everyone gets a slice. Me nah blame the ones who didn't know. New houses on the market, that's all they know. They don't know about the to and fro. They just find a new property and going with the flow.
Okay, that was just a small teaser, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, Maka, thank you so much, King. Would you like to put out your socials just for everyone to contact you once again?
Yeah, man. Check out Maccabee Instagram, official Maccabee, Facebook, official Maccabee, also Twitter, also the website, www.maccabee.com. Just check we out, and give thanks to everyone for the support over the years. Really appreciate love that. Yes, I.
No. Thank you so much, Maccabee. Always a pleasure having you, King. And we will definitely catch up soon.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, King. One love. Rastafari.
Bless. Okay, bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the legendary Maccabee. Okay, time is against us. I do want to put a very, very quick shout out. Condolences. I will be playing his video next week, but to Samuel Mensah, aka Exploder. Samuel Mensah was an artist who he sent videos. I never got a chance to interview him, but sadly last week passed away due to COVID-19. He was also the owner of Uncle John's Bakery down in Tottenham as well, a Ghanaian little restaurant there. So we will be paying a tribute to him next week. There he is there, Samuel Mensah, aka Exploder. Very talented young man. Really hit home, age 35, same age as me. Sadly no longer with us. So condolences to the Mensah family, Exploder. The emails we shared, I will not forget. You were a true gent and a real artist there, sir. So thank you very much, and may your soul rest in peace. Right, Pam, are you there?
I am indeed. Sorry to hear about Samuel.
Yes,
name in the community, a real name in the community.
Yeah, indeed.
So this is how important it is about the COVID. Yeah,
That's the one.
This is it.
That's the one.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh gosh, do you know what time is just? Yeah, it's there. It's caught up with us. I promise there are so many videos coming out next week. I tell you, I've got Nubian Queens to unleash and everything. Thank you so much, Lillian. May he rest in peace. I love that. I honestly love that.
I'm just going to give a reminder of the doodahs we've got. This is Anthony's things. Anthony?
Do you know what? I would love to say this, man. I'm giving it away. It's Grenada Independence, baby. I will talk to Mensah and we'll sort that out. But let's give it all away.
We've got to say what Jeremy Alexander, and there's a name, I'm not going to say it because it's part of the question. It's the answer. So, but you've heard him. We've got a dress, a beautiful dress, Anthony. It wouldn't suit you, darling. But I mean, it's fine.
Do you know what? Mr. Traction loves the earrings, and I believe a proud Grenadian as well. So, Mr. Traction,
check it in. Check that lovely purse. Oh my gosh, look at the purse. And then I'm wearing actually modeling another wristband, and then we've got the t-shirt. There we go.
Indeed.
I love this t-shirt, Ant. This will suit you, Ant. This is what you should have worn.
Listen, my eye is keen on it. It may even be on next week. Grenada independence isn't just one day. 47 years.
They're celebrating. We'll continue to celebrate 47 years of independence. I have you say that celebration. So here's the two questions. What is the name of the #1 spice of Grenada? Da, 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 da. And if you can't get that,
I'm jovial this week, yeah.
This is for the dress and the bits to go with it. So this is for the dress and the bits to go with it. Lovely, all of those as well. Earrings, yeah, and the t-shirt now. Going to get one of these as well with the t-shirt. So this is coming like female and male, going on. So this is the question Jeremy posed. What is Jeremy's official company name? What is his official company name? So there you go. Come on, get it on. Now,
Mr. Jackson, I can see you've written the comment. I won't put it up there. Email lifestyleonben@hotmail.co.uk. I will not put it up. The more people that enter, the less chance you have of winning. So
there you go. And Amanda Roy last week, her lovely book, we talk about dance hall and the dance floor. So she said, what is more than a dance floor? That was her question. Kind of like a very complicated question, but she explained it. What is the dance floor about? So, but they did it. Jennifer from Streatham, Monica from Essex, Norman from Cardiff, and Delra from Paddington. It's more than it's a way of life. It's joy. Look at me. I'm doing the
hey, of course. Hey, you got the moves. You got the moves, yeah. I love it. By the way, did you see the throwback at the beginning of the Maccabee video? Gosh. Didn't he look like a different age of people?
He looks like a little teenager.
Deep in my 30s. Well, 20s, actually. I can't remember. But yeah. Yes,
Actually, memories.
Indeed.
That was at the Cottons. If people didn't realise, it was at the Cottons. We used to film at there. And at the back end, which is the entertainment, there was a stage downstairs. That's where Maccabee was. And it was called the Jungle.
Rum Jungle.
And it was great. So we would be upstairs and then we go downstairs, and it was absolutely fantastic. Andrew
McIntosh. Mr. McIntosh.
Yeah, did a great thing there. Sorry that we lost that. So anyway, just to round up, let us just say thank you to all our guests today. Very busy people, but they came out for us, and I really admire the ones that really have such their diary so full, and they did this. Can I just say to all the we featured some of you, the MPs, anyone's watching here, Black MPs, we invited you out, we reached out to you to come onto the show. I am not messing about when I say this. I'm very disappointed, because we need your help. You want to see this happen. You want to see a reversal of the trend with this hesitation situation with the vaccination, right? Stop it. Come and talk to us. We may not be ITV, we may be BBC, right? But the very target audience we've got is the very people you need to talk to. So you need to come on our show and stop it. Yeah. So that's me. I'm just on my bandwagon there, Anthony. So go on.
Listen, it's Lifestyle, baby. That's the one. And if you want to know what Lifestyle Show is all about, dude, please, every Friday, 10 till 12 on 10 till 12, Sky Channel 195. Mondays, 5 till 7 on. It's a repeat of everything that you've seen here. And on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, do hit us up on all of our social medias. Lifestyle TV Show, Lifestyle Show TV, YouTube. It's all there. I think I froze a bit. I do apologize. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, as always, to be there. Every Sunday's where it's at, the Lifestyle Show.
Next week, we're going to look at the rise in COVID cases and deaths in the Caribbean. So we're going to hit on that next week as well, because nobody else is doing Caribbean. Right, so we're doing it. This is Lifestyle on Ben Television, and we're doing it.
That's the one. So here we go. Your earrings say it, my flag say it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 47 years. There's only one way. Oh, sorry, we've got a comment before I do that. Oh, Lillian Harper said, see you next week. Lillian, definitely, I've got your video. That is coming next week. But ladies and gentlemen, the only way to end this week is to say, we are Grenadians. Who are you? Grenada, may God bless you. I'm out. Have a nice one. Stay safe. Bye.
Stay strong. Stay blessed.
Thank you.
all you lovely people in Grenada, drinking rum and a coconut. There is something in your land that no one can understand. There is something in your hill, or is it your mango tree? You have something there that takes my heart away. In Ikanima, Pima, we are Grenadians, and who are you? Land of spice, where everything's nice. Grenadians, may God bless you. You live in a sunny clime. It's forever summertime. If you want a lovely beach, it's always within your reach. You have something there that makes a man again. In Ikanima, Pima, we are Grenadians, and who are you? Land of spice, where everything's nice. Grenadians, may God bless you. Antigua, Dominica, Grenada, St. Vincent, Jamaica, oh, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. Good Lord, wait a minute. In this lovely paradise, you can watch the sunrise. Any evening, any day, you can have a sunset play. You can enjoy yourself forever and a day.